So for me, the very first thing I want to say is how proud I am to coach these two guys next to me in our entire team. I mean, it's been a special ride that ended in a heartbreaking way. And frankly, the game, we did what we wanted to do. I thought our guys did it, followed the game plan, controlled the game. We had the lead for 35 minutes. We're winning by 6 with 1:15 to go. And they made plays, and you got to give them a ton of credit. We didn't make those plays, and you go from some of the most special moments in the tournament to the most heartbreaking loss. And I'm not about to feel sorry for 1 second. These guys have done an incredible job. It's heartbreaking. It's incredibly disappointing. There's a lot of pain that comes with this. That's what the tournament is all about. You're an inch away from the national championship game. But I could not be more proud of these two guys next to me. We've done this thing differently. And what they've done at 18 and 19 years old, I couldn't fathom doing. Just incredible. So I'll let you guys. Are they going to get questions first?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. But I do want to say Houston's a championship caliber team. We had a ton of respect for them. Obviously, we still do. Just really disappointed we couldn't make one more play down the stretch. But congratulations to them.
With that, we're looking for questions for Con and for Cooper. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Let's go back a little bit. 2 rows, just to the right.
Hi, David Castaneda with Fox Rio Grand Valley. Cooper, I want to start with you. You had a great season. Obviously, didn't end how you wanted it to end, but kind of take a second to give me a little bit of an overview on the season, not just with the relationship with your coach, but teammates as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was an incredible season. Incredible people, incredible relationships that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. Didn't end the way we wanted it to, but still an incredible year.
Questions for K2 and for Cooper. 3rd row.
KJ Doyle, KRGV. Cooper, can you just talk about, not obviously the very last possession, but the possession before that? You get the ball, you go into the post. Is that the shot you were looking for? Is that the look you wanted in that spot?
Yeah, I mean, this is the play. Coached you up, took it into the paint. Thought I got my feet set, rose up, left it short, obviously, but I mean, it's a shot I'm willing to live with in the scenario. Pulling up on the rim, trust the work that I put in.
Continuing with questions for the Duke student athletes. 2 in the 2nd row.
Hey, Cooper, obviously you guys had a 6-point lead, 47 seconds to go, and you guys have been closing out all season long. If there's anything that you could look back at now, I mean, I know it's fresh, but that you think, like, wish we could have done this different?
Just communication. I mean, I think me and Sion messed up a switch. Got to get the ball in bounds, find whatever we had to do, just find a way to get the ball in bounds. But yeah, I think that was a big messed up communication play between me and Sion that led to a big 3.
Same area. Name, media outlet, and your question.
Adi Joseph, CBS Sports. Khan, can you talk about what was your thought as it was clear that Cooper was trying to, do more and more, and you guys obviously trying to support him? Was that something that really was going through your mind of, like, we need to make sure that this is a team effort, and how much do you think about that as you play with a guy like that?
I mean, yeah, it's always a team effort. Coop had the hot hand, so obviously he just won Player of the Year, so we got to give him the ball. He's a great player, and he made a bunch of great plays tonight. It was awesome. I thought he played a phenomenal game, and I thought we could have done a couple things to help him too.
We'll go up front and to the right.
Brett Friedlander, Saturday Down South. To either player or both players, you guys scored, I believe, 9 points in the last 10.5 minutes. Was that more attributed to Houston's defense, or was that more attributed to the execution that you guys were?
We'll ask K2 first and then Cooper.
I think probably both equally. They're a really good defensive team. I didn't think we were sharp the last, what was it, you said 10.5 minutes. I didn't think we were sharp in our execution as we had been for the first 10 minutes of the second half. obviously we got to tip our hat to them too, as they're a really good defensive team.
Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, I think Khan said it pretty well. Have to give them a lot of credit for what they're able to do every single night that they play. And I think, like you said, I think we could have been a little more sharp down the stretch and executing some things. But end of the day, you got to give them a lot of credit as well.
Up front on the right, just off the aisle.
Hi, Joshua from IUND. This question's for both Cooper and Con. Despite the way tonight unfolded, you guys had still a pretty good year. You all were ACC champions. How would you want yourselves and this team to be remembered in the future?
Con first, then Cooper.
Yeah, I thought we had a phenomenal year. It was a joy to be a part of. I mean, I would just hope that the fans and everybody appreciates how we gave it our all every night, and showed how and appreciate how we played together.
Cooper.
Yeah, I would say very similar. Just the connectivity of this team. I mean, I know I can speak for myself, and I think the rest of the guys that the connections and relationships we were able to have all year long, it was phenomenal. Like, I wouldn't have wanted it to be with anybody else. So I hope that was able to shine through on the court, and people that can remember us and appreciate the way we were able to play and the effort we gave for one another.
We want to thank Con and Cooper for joining us here in the main interview room and taking our questions. They're going to head back to the Duke locker room, which is open for just a few more moments. We're looking for our first question for Coach Shire. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Coach, we're going to start up front on the left side.
Hey, Coach. Evan Miyakawa from evanmia.com. All year, you guys have been known for these scoring runs and putting opponents away. You guys were up 14 tonight, and then it was Houston who had that big 10-0 run to kind of change the game. They outscored you guys 25-8 down the stretch, kind of starting with that. Were you worried about Houston going on a run like that, and how do you think that sort of changed the game?
Well, Houston's a team that doesn't quit. I mean, they're never going to stop. And so my messaging throughout the whole way with the team was understand this team doesn't go away. So no lead is safe with them. We can talk about not scoring down the stretch, but for me, it's our defense. We give up 42 points in the second half. That's what carried us in the first half. I thought the last segment to close the half was big. We gave them 4 threes. And then some uncharacteristic plays we probably made. And they hit some really tough shots. So for me, I as I reflect in the moment, I look at our defense. And that was disappointing because even if we're not scoring, usually we get stops to get separation.
Coach, we're going to the right side next, halfway up the aisle. Hand up.
Myself. I don't know if it's something.
Aaron, can we turn the monitor up so we can hear a little bit better?
No, I'm hearing myself when I talk. I don't know if that's something right over here. I'm hearing myself talk. I don't know if it's
just a tiny
all right.
Mike Miller, Field of 68 Daily. As you process this, what will you do over the next weeks, months to think about it, reflect who you talk to, who you kind of reflect upon this with? Because you're going to be here in the future. You're going to have these kind of scenarios come up again. What will your process be to analyze this as you go forward?
I'm not there yet, to be honest. You know, I'm heartbroken for a team that did everything for 38 minutes or 39 minutes and came up short. Obviously, as a coach, I'm reflecting right now what else I could have said or done, and I'm sure there's a lot more that I could have done to help our guys, you know, at the end there. That's the thing that kills me the most. The amount of game situations we've watched this year. You know, we haven't had the real life experience all the time, but that's something I really felt we prepared for, and so I feel like I let our guys down in that regard. But I'll cross that bridge, you know, the next couple of days. Right now, I'm just hurting for our guys and want to be there for them.
Coach, we'll go on the left side to the right of the aisle. Seth.
Coach, Seth Davis, Hoops HQ. I'm sure it was a tough locker room after the game. I'm sure it was emotional. What can you share with us about what you said, how you handled that situation?
Well, the first thing is I told them I'm sorry, you know, because we truly believe that we were going to be playing Monday night and we're capable of doing that. You know, the thing I loved about this group, they had a purity to them. You know, they've done this. We've done this thing differently, and being young, to be this successful. Part of them doesn't know any better, which is great. And then also, like, these are the things that experience gives you when you go through these moments. And so, unfortunately, it comes with the tournament. It's the most heartbreaking thing. But I just try to explain to them, like, what they've done for Duke, our program, our university. It's been one of the best seasons ever. And obviously, we came up short of winning the whole thing, which is what we wanted to do. But 35 wins, how hard these guys played, how together they played. I just thank them all. Like, I couldn't be more grateful in 2025 to have this connected of a group. It's hard to do.
Same area, one row back.
Hey, John, Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1. You called a timeout with 6:26. I believe the margin was 5. Was that an opportunity for what did you see there to make you call the timeout? And was it, I'm just guessing, an opportunity to try to regroup, recenter, refocus to try to get them to finish?
Yeah, it was strictly that. I didn't feel our defense, we had that same edge in the second half. And so I just want to give our guys just a quick breather, get them refocused on the key points for our defense, specifically trying to stop Cryer. You know, we had some really uncharacteristic communication breakdowns with him to give him some open looks. And then once a guy like that sees it go in, you know, he's been in this moment before. He's a heck of a competitor and a big-time scorer. I thought we settled in. I actually thought, you know, the final 5 minutes there, we did get some stops. But that was the sole purpose of my timeout, just try to get us refocused on what we had to do to execute to get stops.
Is there a final question for Coach Shire? We'll take one all the way up front on the right side.
Hi, John. Brett Friedlander, Saturday Down South. You had a double-digit lead, and I don't remember exactly how much it was, but Mason got the dead ball technical. How much did that and the possession after that kind of change the momentum there?
Well, I think there's a few plays that changed momentum. I mean, that's not ideal, but still, we're up 6. You know, I keep going back. We're up 6 with under a minute to go. And Houston, never once did I feel we were going to blow Houston out, even with that lead. You know, they were in that same position at Kansas. You know, I was watching that game a couple days ago. You know, you never feel like they're out of it. And so I think, sure, you can look to that play. You can look to, you know, we fouled them, you know, in the bonus. I mean, there's a bunch of plays. But end of the day, you're winning. You have the ball. And we came up empty twice with a missed free throw and then a turnover. So we just have to finish the deal. But I don't look at one play at being the momentum swinger by any means.